first of all, congratulations on that girl Tay Lele and Home Sweet Rome. Home Sweet Rome seems so fun. How did this come to you? Why did you decide to be a part of this?
Yes, filming Home Sweet Rome was such a blast. When I got the audition, I felt really connected with the project, and reading the character description of Lucy was crazy because she's like basically parallel to me. She's clumsy and silly and goofy, and she's a great friend, and she's really optimistic. And when I saw the aspect that it filmed in Rome, I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, of course, this is so cool. It has been my dream since I have been little to go to Italy. And, getting to film in one of the most iconic cities like Rome was such a blessing. And, we had an amazing cast and crew, and everyone was so kind, and everyone had a great connection. And our show has many musical aspects. We have about 11 original songs, and they were all written and composed by the amazing Alex Geringas and Chen Neeman, and filming the show was so much fun.
You already have a musical background, so the musical aspect of the show. How did you come to that? How did you approach it? Because it seems like these songs are going to be a little bit more than what you're used to doing.
Yes, 100%. So when I first got the Home Sweet Rome audition, I did see that it required a singing role, and I was a little nervous because 3 years ago I was not a singer, and I had been training really hard, but I wasn't a super confident singer. And so when I got this audition, I was really excited because I thought maybe this was kind of like my chance. So I got my ukulele out and I played for them. And leading up to go to Rome, I trained 6 days a week for singing and ukulele, working really hard. And even when I was in Rome, I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and do a voice lesson at 6 and come home after set, do another voice lesson or do a ukulele lesson. And, Lucy goes through a really amazing musical arc throughout the series. She starts out kind of insecure about her music, and she has a stepmom who happens to be an Italian pop star played by the amazing Eleonora Facchini. And so Francesca, her stepmom, is going to kind of help her realize her full potential in music. And so halfway through the series, she realizes that maybe music is something she could actually pursue. And I went through something very similar, even going through the process of Home Sweet Rome. I realized that music is something that I can actually pursue, and working with our incredible music producers, Alex Geringas and Chen Neeman, they are amazing, and they were so sweet and so supportive, and they really helped me realize my full potential in music.
Your character Lucy's going through her coming of age. You're still going through your coming of age. How do you, I guess, learn from the experiences of your characters in order for you to grow as a person as well?
It's a great question. Lucy is definitely going through a lot. She's moving all the across the world, and her mom has passed away, and now she has a new stepmom, and she's trying to fit in this new culture in this new city, and there's a new language and everything. And I've moved around a lot, and so I could really relate to Lucy in that way. And she taught me a great lesson, which is at the end of the day, you have to just be yourself. And that's really what Lucy learns at the end of the series, is that she's enough, and she's been trying so long to try to please everybody and try to fit in. She's fallen in fountains. She's tripped everywhere in front of everybody at the school, and she's very clumsy, and I'm very clumsy. And I love that about Lucy. And it's a show about self-discovery, and she learns to embrace that side of her. And I learned a lot about that from her.
And this character seems to be the counterpart to your character and that girl Tay Tay. How do you switch over from one aspect of a character to like completely the opposite of it?
That's a great question. Filming that Lily, it was so much fun. And, we have a great cast, and I play Tiffany Highlander. And I think what's interesting is that they are very different characters. Lucy and Tiffany obviously are very different. Lucy is not the most popular, and she's a little insecure, and whereas Tiffany is very confident, little bit of a mean girl, and definitely the most popular girl at school. And what's fun is, when you get into hair and makeup, and when you break down the script, you really see kind of the differences, and you get to embody those mannerisms that each character has. And I love playing characters, and I also love playing characters that are more similar to me as well. So playing both of them were such a blast.
And going from a supporting character to a lead character, as you are not just in Home Sweet Rome, but in your upcoming projects. How does that feel to you? How does, your career growing at such a fast pace feel?
Thank you so much. I feel so blessed because acting is something that I really want to continue pursuing. And, doing Home Sweet Rome has been so much fun. And I hope I get to continue this amazing series. And with my upcoming projects, my goal is to just inspire other people. And, I think what's really special about acting is that you get to make, you get to help the viewers process difficult emotions, especially in Home Sweet Rome, like loss and self-discovery and new family members and fitting in. I think that's really important, and I just want to continue to do that with my work. That's really important to me.
It seems like you like to challenge yourself. You started off with the violin, which is a very hard instrument to learn. You have the ukulele, which then changes the way your fingering on the fret is, and then you learn how to solve uh, Rubik's Cube. Like, what is it about all these challenging things that you like to put yourself through?
Thank you so much. I love to just continue to, like you said, challenge myself and just, experiment with different things and different art forms. I started as a violinist, and violin is definitely a challenging instrument to play. I played it for 3 years, and it kind of helped me get out of my shell a little bit and help me recover from like my stage fright. And then I transitioned into ukulele, which was more of a relaxed instrument, and I could kind of do it at my own pace, and I, didn't feel too constricted by it, which I love. And I love, doing all sorts of stuff. I love solving Rubik's Cubes. I love hanging out with my family. I love doing aerial dance and, just expressing myself through lots of different art forms.
As I was doing my research, you being a vegan has become more of a talking point for you. What made you make the decision to go full vegan?
Thank you so much. That's a great question. I have been vegetarian basically my whole life. My mom grew up as a vegetarian, and so I just kind of grew up that way. And as I started to get older, I realized that it's not only the meat industry that's horrible, but it's also the dairy industry and the testing industry that are really taking advantage of these animals and abusing them and hurting them. And it's not what you see. It's horrible. And just knowing that the products that the products that come from these animals, and these animals are hurt and abused to get those products, broke my heart. And I couldn't eat that, and I couldn't put those products on me. So I have recently become completely vegan. I use completely vegan skincare products and vegan clothing and obviously vegan foods. And I think it's a great lifestyle because it's, it challenges you to find different alternatives to different foods. So, they have lots of different meat alternatives and dairy alternatives, and you kind of grow to like them and love them. They have great vegan ice cream, especially in LA. And being vegan is something that's really important to me, and I just want to continue to inspire others to, just be more mindful of animal cruelty. And I also have a bunny, so also seeing the testing industry and how crazy and messed up it is just broke my heart to see, someone like my bunny being hurt and abused. So yeah.
Definitely. For a lot of people, they say vegan food is very bland. When you hear stuff like that, what recipes would you recommend to try? Because vegan food's delicious.
Yes, thank you so much. I think at first it was definitely kind of challenging to find the right food. So if you are becoming vegan, I suggest going slowly and work your way up. That's the best way to do it. And kind of find the foods that are best for you. Everybody has specific taste and, they like certain things. So just experiment with different vegan foods and find what works for you. I love the brand Daya. That is my favorite go-to vegan cheese brand, but there's also other amazing brands that are really great. I'm trying to think. I love avocado toast. I feel like that's so LA, but I love avocado toast. It's a great vegan recipe. It's simple, it's easy. And if you want a little more sweetness, I love baking. And so there's plenty of vegan websites out there that show you how to make vegan cakes, or I made vegan cinnamon rolls, and they were gluten-free too. And they were amazing. They took 5 hours, but it was worth the 5 hours. So yeah, those are some of my favorite foods that I like to make and eat as a vegan.
Awesome. And any projects that you can talk about other than Home Sweet Rome?
Yeah, so I'm working on a lot of upcoming animated projects that I can't say too much about, but they're coming out next year. And I am also working on my very first live action feature film in May, which I'm very excited about. And I'm also continuing my work on Nickelodeon's That Girl Lele and Nickelodeon's Bossy Bear. And I am writing an original show with my best friend, Samantha A. Smith. So you guys will have to stay tuned for that. And I'm also writing original music. And as far as Home Sweet Rome, you guys can watch Home Sweet Rome on April 7th at 7 p.m. on Family Channel in Canada. And you can also see it next year on HBO Max.
Awesome. Well, it seems like you have a very beautiful career ahead of you. You are very cheerful. You're very amazing to talk to. I hope the best for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I had so much fun today.